Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how you can level your hyper burning character extremely fast. Now, we're going to break this video down into two parts. First, we're going to talk about what buffs to use when training, and then in the second part, we're pretty much going to do a full-on training guide for your hyper burn. Now, if you guys are unaware, or you're a brand new player, returning player, or anything in between, we do have a new event coming called Savior that is going to be dropping on the 14th of June, and along with Savior comes a hyper burn. Now let's just talk about the hyper burn just a little bit before we get into the actual video. Guys, there are two places that you can start your hyper burn, because I do see a lot of people having questions about what level they should start their hyper burning. A lot of people are like, wait, I have this level 30 that I want to play with the vent rings on it, I have this level 10 with the vent rings on it that I want to play. Guys, you can only start a hyper burn if it is starting at level 0 or if it is above level 200. You cannot start a hyper burn that is within the levels of 1 to 199. It has to be a fresh character, or it has to be above level 200. Now, if it is above level 200, I highly recommend starting it at level 202. This will ensure that you end your hyper burn on level 250 instead of starting it at 201 or 203 and ending at 249 and still having to train a full extra level. But definitely start this hyper burn on a level that will end you at level 250. I hope that cleared the air of some questions and some confusion that a lot of people have. Now let's get into the first part of the video. What buffs should you be using? First on the list, we have Gold Pot. You can obtain this Gold Pot from Monster Park by trading in 10 Monster Park coins. MVPs are another source of EXP that you're definitely going to want to get if you have access to them. You obtain these by either spending in the cash shop, killing bosses, or going to public MVP trades. There are a ton of MVPs going on all the time, and if you guys don't know how to find them, just look in your chat box and see if someone is smegaing a MVP train. Go to that MVP train, make sure you're there on time, and you will get the MVP buffs, usually along with a bunch of other damage buffs such as guild buff, Ursus buff, fame buff. MVP trains are great, definitely go to them if you have the chance. Next up, we have 2 times EXP cards. These are a necessity when training your hyper burning. They are pretty scarce nowadays, but the only ways you can obtain 2 times cards are either from the Legion shop, Monster Park Sunday boxes, or event shop. Just a quick tip, if you guys don't know, you can actually stack up those Monster Park Sunday boxes, put them in the storage, and then open them on the character of your choice. So let's say you've been saving them this entire time, you have 100 Sunday boxes, put them all in your hyper burn, open them up on your hyper burn, and you have 2 times EXP throughout that entire time training your hyper burn. Now, I highly recommend training in high burning maps. Obviously, the only way to find high burning maps is by changing channels and hoping that you get a good map. Always prioritize high burning over mob count. High burning is going to make training so much faster, especially if all you care about is EXP. I would highly recommend prioritizing this over a higher mob count map. Next, make sure you have level 3 Mercedes or level 3 Evan link skills. If you don't have these link skills at level 3, that is totally fine. Level 1 and level 2 definitely work, but I highly recommend either getting them to level 2 or level 3 if possible. If you guys don't have these at all, make sure you create a Mercedes and Evan and at least get it to level 60 for the level 1 link. These are huge sources of EXP, and you're definitely not going to want to miss out on them, especially if you plan on training this hyper burning a lot. Moving on to another character you should have is put your 0 on your Legion board, or be like me, have a level 280, a level 276, and still not have a 0 on the Legion board. I truly can't be asked to make this class with the storyline, so I definitely don't blame you if you don't have one either. But if you do have one, make sure it's on your Legion board while you are training. Now, if you guys have any pendant of spirits or prepared pendant of spirits laying around, make sure you save these for your hyper burning. We do actually get a pendant of spirit from day 17 on the daily gifts, so definitely make sure you are putting that on your hyper burn. Essentially, a pendant of spirit gives you 10% EXP when you first equip it, and then on the third hour you end up getting 30%. A prepared pendant of spirit gives you 30% EXP right off the bat. Now, the only way to get a prepared pendant of spirit is either from events or getting extremely lucky from a monster park box. The chances of that happening are very low, but if you do get one, it is very useful and it's going to help your training out a ton. Now, last on this list, make sure you are one-shotting. One-shotting is your biggest priority over everything. It doesn't matter if the map is better. If you are not one-shotting, do not train at that map. Now, to make sure you're one-shotting, you can pick up some monster park red potions, guild buff, Ursus buff, rotate guild skills, get some damage links, put your hyper stats and hyper skills into normal monster damage as well as your legion board. There's a ton of ways to increase your damage while training, but if you do all of that and you're still not one-shotting at a desired map, just go to a lower level map. Trust me, one-shotting is always more important than two-shotting. And now we move into the second part of this video, the training guide. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to make this super short and simple for you guys. I'm just going to leave all of the maps on the screen that I trained at last year on my hyper burn. These are the maps that I found were the quickest in terms of leveling. Now, obviously, if you guys have any hidden sleeper OP maps, leave those down in the comments below. A couple suggestions while you guys are training though, make sure you guys are using your Erda fountain summon. That is a summon that you get at 5th job. This summon allows you to full clear maps a lot easier, and it is very useful when training your hyper burning. From levels 215 to 220, pretty much any of the yum maps are viable if you find them with 100% burning, and same goes for Celis. Now, I trained at final edge of light 6, but if you guys want to, you can go check out the rest of Celis, and if you're able to full clear maps that have 100% burning, I highly recommend training there over Shadow Dance Hall 2 or final edge of light 6. Like we said earlier, burning is the most important thing, but it's going to be pretty hard to beat out final edge of light 6 as you can get around 18k mobs an hour there. It is the best map in the game, and these maps are only for if you want EXP. So if you guys do want familiars, I do recommend staying at Shadow Dance Hall 2 all the way until 245, and then going to Last Horizon 6 from 245 to 250. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope this video helped prepare you guys a little bit more for your hyper burns, and if you guys do have any questions, as always, feel free to ask in the comment sections below. If you guys are interested in how we're going to be training our hyper burns, come pull up to the Twitch stream. We are going to be doing a 24-hour stream for the release of the hyper burns and seeing how many levels we can get in the 24-hour stream. Pull up, it's going to be a really fun time. Twitch.tv/Oreklo_game. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.